Hi, and welcome back to the next installment of Google Apps for School Sisters. In this program, I am going to be looking at how to add contacts to your email and how to actually compose an email message. So let's begin by, if you recall, you go up to your address bar here, erase what's in there, and type in gmail.com. That'll bring you to your sign-in page. Enter your username, and again, remember, no need to put the @Gmail because you're already signing into @Gmail. Enter your password. Now, if you did say stay signed in, you should be able to go right there. And now I'm back to my familiar inbox. Recall that we kind of customized things in the last video. We got rid of the little web clips ad up here, and we kind of cleaned up this label list down here on the right hand or on the left hand side. Unfortunately, we really can't get rid of the chat window, but if you notice right now, if I hover underneath more or the end of my label list, my cursor turns into a two-headed kind of arrow. If I click and drag, I can actually move that chat window down and get it out of my way. At least I don't have to look at it. So you may say, well, we looked last time, Barb, at reading email that's in our inbox, but you know, email is a two-way communication, and I want to be able to connect back and forth with people. So there are a couple different ways to do it, but let's look first at how to add a contact to your contacts. Now, I would suggest just putting them in a second time without importing them from your old email account. So to do that, I go over here on the left-hand side and notice how under the word Google, I have Gmail with a little arrow. That arrow, remember, tells me that there's a drop-down menu. So I'm going to click on the arrow and go down to Contacts. This opens up my contact box, I guess you might call it. It's kind of like a inbox. And you'll notice that I have several different choices here. I've got a new contact, I've got my contacts, most contacted, other contacts, a new group, or I can import contacts. Now, for those that might want to import contacts, I'd be happy to walk you through that. I don't think I'm going to make a video on it because for most people's purposes, you'll probably just be able to add your contacts by hand. So to add a new contact, I'm going to click on New Contact. And this is where I would put the name of the person in. And I'm just going to add myself in here, and I can type whatever I want to type. I can even add a picture if I have a picture of them. Then I'm going to click down here under the email into that box, and you'll notice that, again, this is a drop-down menu, so I can make it a home email address, I can make it a work, or I can customize it to whatever I want it to say. So I'm going to click in here, and we're going to just say home. And here I do have to put the @gmail.com if it's a person who also has Gmail, because I need the full email address. So I already have that. If I go down to the phone, I can add the phone number. And now because I already have a Gmail account and I have a picture associated with my Gmail account, as soon as you add me, my cute little picture comes up in here. It tells you a little bit about me. I'm on Google Plus, which is a social networking type site, which we can look at a later date and in another video. You can add a phone number here if you would like. And let's just go ahead and do that. That's my mobile phone, but if it was my home phone, I can change any of these here to whatever it is. I can put an address in. Let's put an address in as long as I have it, because then I can put all these nice little extra things in here. And I can put all of that in. And I can also put my birthday in there. And if I go here to add date, I thought maybe I would get a pop-up, but I don't think I'm going to. Okay, so I can put a birthday in there. So I'll put 11/13/1956. Okay. So there I have my information. Now let's say I have more than one email address for this individual. Notice how after I put the home email address in, and I get a little contact box, I can add an email. So let's put my work email address in there. I'm just putting this in as demonstration, sisters. Please try not to email me at work. And then I can either just click off of it, or I could hit the tab. And now I have these different information for this particular person. Now here's my Google Plus profile. For most of you, that's not going to show up, but if you happen to add someone who has a Gmail account and or a Google Plus account, you may get additional information. So now you'll notice that this happened immediately. I don't have to do any saving. It says your 6 changes to Sister Barbara have been saved, and that's all there is to it. Now if I want to add another contact, I just click on New Contact, add their name. I don't know, let's see. Let's put, I know somebody who is also on Gmail, so I put her name in. Now she doesn't have any of the information, so she's not going to show up with all the pretty stuff that mine did, but I'm going to put her email address in here. Again, it does not have to be an @gmail.com address. It can be an @Yahoo. It can be whatever you want it to be. And now that's saved. I can just keep going along, new contact, new contact, new contact, and it will tell me your have been saved. If I happen to catch it right in the middle of something, then I can always go over here to save and save. So now if I go to my contacts, I have 2 contacts in here. And because I put more in about myself, I have more information. So that's how you would add a contact. Now to get back to your inbox so that you can send that person an email, we're going to go up here where it says contacts, going to click on the down arrow, and we're going to click on Gmail because that's our email address or our email account. So now that we're in our inbox, which is the default view for our email or Gmail, we're going to click on Compose. Now, it's coming up with the new way of composing, and that's probably what you will see as well. So if you want to have a contact that you want to actually send this message to, instead of typing the email address in here, this is if the person has been added to your contacts, you click on the 2 and that will bring up your list of contacts. And so I can pick the people that I want, and I'm going to say select, and then I can put a subject in there. And then I click down here. We are just demonstrating how to send an email. Okay? Now down here, I can change the format of this if I wanted to. So if I wanted this to be bigger font, I could click on it, or I highlight it, go here, and change the different to a bigger font. So I could make it large. I could change the style of font. I don't have a whole huge amount. And this is for attachment, of course. So when I click on that, just like it used to in your other email account if you were attaching, it opens up a window where you have to navigate to wherever that particular file is, and then you just would click on it. And let's choose something that I know is going to be a little bit smaller. Okay, so we'll just do that. And we're going to say open, and then it attaches it down here. It tells you the progress. Now let's say you made a mistake and you don't want it on there. Just click on the X and it's gone. Once you've got your email all composed, your attachments made, you're going to click on send, and it'll tell you your message has been sent. And that's all there is to it. Now, little piece that I just see here right now is that notice how my contacts now got put into my chat window. So now I could technically chat with myself if I wanted to. simply by clicking on my name, opens up a new chat, and then I type whatever I want in, I hit send, the person would then get a little message, they could then continue the conversation. So this is a much more instantaneous way of communicating with one another than using email, which takes a little bit of time. So that's how you would add a contact and then compose an email to that contact and send it off to them.